Yep, here I am. Hey, this is supposed to be a podcast. Okay. All right. Now, I have no clue how to make all of this stuff work. But the thing is this, you got to have an open mind. You have to be transparent. So I have a jurisdiction of people that wants me to be transparent. So I'm going to tell on them. What is that, Daryl Alexander? I'm going to tell on him. What? Man. And my deputy grandmaster, Bill Thomas, I'm going to tell on this. The grand secretary, I'll tell everything. Especially on brother Hickman, the treasurer. And the seventh man on the board, is that Brother Wise? Man, they done gave me a way to talk trash. And you think I'm not going to use it? Oh, yes, my grand matron, Sister LaVon White, you think I'm going to tell everything. Listen, they said be transparent. I'm a parent, and it's apparent that I'm going to be transparent. Hey, now listen, let's have some fun. We can do this one way or the other. Let me see if I can try something else anyway. I got some buddies talking about, well, you ought to have yourself a podcast. Why don't you get a podcast? What am I talk about? You know, I was on a Facebook group, and one of the fellows mentioned setting up a podcast of some sort. And I think he mentioned something about content creation of something like that. So, anyways, when I saw it, he said, as a matter of fact, big bow tie. Shout out to you, bow tie. You guys need a bow tie? Look up, brother bow tie. Hey, that's a shout out, buddy. Let me see if I can do something. Okay, let's see if I can share my screen. This will work. That way, if I was to interview somebody and send you my link, you could come on here with me and I could have 2 people or 3 people. Anyway, it's just like a podcast. You could come on here and interview me from home. You can do this from home. Hey, I got to have a mic because I'm sure I'm not coming across very clear. I'm using the computer. It's cheap. I use old computer stuff because I'm old and I can't afford no new stuff. Anyways, let's see here. Show on screen.
Got victory. Y'all remember that? Over that's the angelics.
And the world
can't do me no
harm.
Y'all forgot that?
I got victory over the enemy.
Yeah. And
the world ain't do me no harm.
Let's say something about this. The enemy stand and looking, waiting for me to fall. But I've gone through the valley, the shadow of death. I don't fear no evil at all. Oh, I got victory. Y'all remember that? Over. Let me hear you. And
Okay. All right. Good stuff. Let's see if I got this. I don't know what's going on here. It's still recording. I got victory. And victory over the end. I don't know what I'm doing. I'm just doing something. And the world. I got victory. Anyway, it's like that. Listen,
And yeah, y'all remember that? Praise the Lord. Praise the Lord.
yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Okay, let me see. Right. That. Okay. Listen, I was just looking at my email. You ever, okay, too much stuff going on here. Get rid of that. All right. I don't think I'm being echoed. But anyway, I was reading my email. You ever make a deal with a bill collector? Say, well, listen, I'll pay you this, and one thing and another. And you make an arrangement with them. And then you don't keep up with the arrangement. And then they follow up and call you and say, hey, how come you don't keep up with what are you supposed to do? Are you supposed to go ahead and pay them or what? I don't know. I mean, I'm just me. I like to hold on till how you call it? You hold on to a dollar till the eagle do something. You know, we can do a little transparent like this, I guess. It's not so bad as long as you know how and what to say. Can't tell everything. I can tell you this. I'm still Grandmaster of the universe. Well, you said, why? Why? Why are you so Grandmaster of the universe? Because I took the name and nobody said I wasn't. That's why. Positions are assumed. If you assume the position, there you go. Take it. I have to go down here to this lodge hall and see if I can't become the person that people expect me to be. Hey, that almost made sense. Go down to the lodge hall and become the person that people expect me to be. Wouldn't that assume that I know what people expect me to be? I'm just going down there to check and see how that work came out. Hey, that's what you can expect me to be. That you know what we did? I say we. I can't say I. There's no more I because Charles Anthony Alfred said I use I too much, and I'll tell on everybody. I don't care who I tell on. He said I because I did this, I did that. Who made the decision? I did. And he told me, he said, there's too many eyes in your conversation. I thought about it and I said, you know what? He's absolutely correct. There's too many eyes. Old boy named Elbow Lee Hobbs used to tell us the same thing. Hey, there's no big eyes. There's no big eyes and little U's. He would say something like that. Long story about Elbow Lee Hobbs. I ended up driving his hearse. I even worked a funeral service with him a couple of times. Then I performed the last rites over his Masonic body. So I've seen a lot of them come and go. A lot of our brothers. Many of our brothers and sisters that came those years, just a few years ago, going on to that long, long sleep of silence. You know, I'm documenting everything that I do in order to get this camcorder, what do you call this, web webcam or podcast. And we're going to see if we can't turn this into something. I want my master's counsel. I like going to master's counsel. I learn stuff when I go to master's counsel. I learned that life is not that difficult, especially if you're a Mason. You ever look at, if you was an Eastern Star, you can ask an Eastern Star some stuff, they tell you right away. You go like, well, when Jesus was born in Bethlehem of Judea, and you just hold the mic out to them, they'll tell you the rest of it. In the days of Herod the king, behold, there came wise men. Okay, that's the way they open up their chapters. They open up the Bible. Boop, there it is, right there. Because this whole thing is based on Christianity. But the brothers, we open up our somewhere too. But if I was to say that, yeah, it's no secret to say that. If I say, remember now the Creator in the days of thy youth, and hold the mic out, I would probably get a lot of silence. They wouldn't continue that passage in the Bible. But I've read that passage in the Bible. It's Ecclesiastes, 12th chapter of Ecclesiastes. You have to read the whole thing based on King Solomon. He told a story. He told a story. And depending on how you look at the story, if you lead your life the same way, you're going to end up back in the face of God anyway. You start out with him, you mess up, you end up back with him again. I had somebody tell me that the older you get, the closer to God you seem to get. That could be true. I'm 77. I like the number 7. Go to Las Vegas, 777. You hit that, you might leave pretty happy. Because I'm 77. I'm the 7th Grand Master of the Most Worshipful Sons of Light Grand Lodge. That's my 3 sevens. I hope y'all hit them 3 sevens one day. See what else I can do here. I see this message across the bottom. I can change my message. Let's see what I put there. Let's see what that one says. 2026 Supreme Session will be held in the state of California. The rows of 7 seals and 33rd degree elevation will take place. That's all right. What's the message coming across the bottom? Boom. Most Worshipful Sons of Light Grand Lodge. There you go. See? Put some good stuff in there now. If I sit down before my next podcast and think this through, I might have some good information to show y'all. Whoop, there you go. This is our first test podcast. Since March the 3rd. That's when I first started trying to get this thing together. Probably just started and walked away. That's right. Come on, tech team. Come on, listen. Don't make me call y'all out. Ray Reed, my other little buddy that just friended me on Facebook out of Lawrence Mack Lodge. See if I can look at my own stuff here for a second. Oh, maybe you can hear me while I'm looking at my memos. Okay, let's see. Nope, that didn't work. Okay, let me go down here. I have this feature also has a teleprompter. Where's my camera? That's what I need to do. This is not. If I had a camera and a mic, I just might have something going here. Yeah, a camera and a mic. And I wouldn't have to do a lot of what I'm trying to do here. See what the teleprompter shows me. Okay, teleprompter. Oh, yeah, there you go. Hello there, Sister Simmons. Your name just popped up, so that's all. You know, Sister Simmons is a supreme grand worthy matron of the original Supreme Grand Chapter Order of the Eastern Star for the United States of America's territories and dependencies. And that ain't all. Because a long time ago, this guy that was and still is Grandmaster of the Universe gave her another title. Supreme Ruler of the Universe. There's a little story behind that. Just like there's a story behind Grandmaster of the Universe and Deputy Grandmaster of the Universe and Grand Senior Warden of the Universe and the California Grand Lodge of the Universe, the Michigan Grand Lodge of the Universe, the Texas Grand Lodge of the Universe. There's every state with a Grand Lodge of the Universe. I did this years ago. I put them all out on Facebook. Something that started as a joke. We couldn't really talk about back in the day. I can talk about it now because I'm not going to hurt anyone's feelings. I don't care if I hurt your feelings now. I was being respectful. I was respectful. But now I can talk. Say what I have to. Nothing can be done. I made it to the top, y'all. I made it to be a grandmaster. Old brother Bobo had a vision. All right, so just go ahead and run. You'll be all right. I'd run. And I was not all right. I lose. And then you have to listen to what he was telling me back in the day. Keep your mouth shut, stay in your place, and wait for your time to come. And he did. Kept my mouth shut, stayed in my place, waited for my time to come, and bingo, it works. That's like Christianity. You know, it really does work. You better thank God it works. You better thank something. Can't imagine a person not believing in God. How you get here? How you get here? Well, I just don't believe in Jesus. Okay, well, that's fine. Why not? Why not? What is he? Who is he? You don't even know. You might know. It's speculation. But if you look at it like it was like it is in the Bible, Jesus is just a word. It's a word. A word made flesh that dwelt among men. Because in the beginning was the Word. The Word was God. I ain't no preacher, but I've had to lay cornerstones. And in the midst of laying the cornerstone, at the end, you give a little sermon. And in that sermon, I would say that. In the beginning was the Word. The Word was made flesh and dwelt among men, full of truth and almighty grace. Therefore, behold, I lay a cornerstone, chosen and precious. For you that don't think he's precious, there was a stone the builder rejected that became the head of the corner, a stone that made men stumble, a rock that made them fall. But we stay in this old sinful world as they were chose to do, because we're a chosen race, a royal priesthood, a holy nation, God's own people who will declare the wonderful works of him who called us out of darkness into this marvelous life, because once we were no people, and now we're God's people. First we had no mercy, but now we have mercy. Anyways, this is my new medium that I will try and use to get your attention and be as transparent as I can be. Tell on a few people. So you better straighten up and fly right. My mama never used to tell us that. Boy, you better straighten up and fly right. But as I get ready for this midwinter conference, I gotta get me a ticket on. I think my room is already squared away. I'm registered. So all of you that are going to the midwinter conference, God bless you. About 32. There's a lot of you, a lot of us. We also have that 2026 Supreme Session where we're going to elevate the rules of the seven seals and 33rd degree. Heavy hitters out of have a lot more heavy hitters around that we can put in place. That's a good degree to get to. You know, when you get that 33rd, you're a heavy hitter there. Rules of seven seals. Come on now, come on. That's when you've earned something. Pat yourself on the back. Pat yourself on the back. You did a good job. You worked your way. It's not easy to work your way from Beta, Root Vesta, Martha, and Electra, and all that, and then come up to the various high degree departments and get up there to the rules of seven seal. Come on. Come on. Now you have to teach it. Get somebody else, bring them up there too. Same thing with the brothers. They 33rd degrees, and they have to demonstrate by their actions that the degree was worth having and it was worth getting. That's where you build a jurisdiction right there. My life you can have, my integrity, never. Let me close this one out. And we'll see if we can't do it on the next time around. Because there's always somebody talking about me. But really, I don't mind. You try and block and stop my progress most of the time. Well, you know the mean thing you said don't make me feel bad. Can't miss a friend that I never had. I got Jesus, and that's enough.